Everyone here thinks I'm just a mistake, and I wasn't even supposed to exist. What do you expect? You do know who Vanellope von Schweetz is, right? I see a few heads nodding, but not that many. Let me show you a video. Maybe that helps. Right, she's the glitch from Wreck-It Ralph the movie. Towards the end of the movie, she magically transforms into a princess, revealing that she is the rightful ruler. But she glitches out of her princess outfit and explains that though the code may say that she is a princess, what she really is a racer with the greatest superpower, her glitching abilities. And you might be thinking, why would she, the princess, decide to keep her most evident flaw? Well, you see, because of her glitch, she was able to not only win the race, but save the entire kingdom. And she did that not despite of her glitching, but because of her glitching. It is only until she accepts that she will glitch, maybe in the most unfortunate times, that the outcome is not dictated by how or when she glitches, but what she does with that glitching. So she went from being a glitch to becoming the glitch. I'd like to point out that Vanellope seems to glitch more often whenever excited or worked up. And she described her disability as pixlexia, which of course is not a real disability. But many viewers relate to it as dyslexia. However, if you ask me, Vanellope is a person who stutters. And you might be wondering, how does she know that? Well, I am a person who stutters. And I have stuttered since I was 2 years old. I have also been diagnosed with insulin resistance, polycystic ovaries, and rheumatoid arthritis. Seems like a lot, right? Just like the university health officer at my university said, seems like a lot for one person to handle. But I haven't had to handle all of that on my own. And I have to thank all of you for that. And just as Vanellope is fully aware that she is the person she is today, not despite, but because of her glitches, I am aware I am the person I am today because of all of my glitches. But I have to admit, there was a time where my glitches made me feel like a malfunction, like I didn't belong in this world. But it was only until I realized that no matter how hard I tried, I couldn't get rid of my glitches. And so I decided that instead of perceiving them as my flaws, I would use them to empower me, to achieve everything I once dreamed of. And so I set high expectations for myself. And that is when I really started to stand out. And I went from being a person with glitches to becoming the glitch. I am a person who stutters, who has won first, second, and third place in an international oratory competition, precisely because my stuttering forced me to develop other effective communication skills apart from fluency, like body language, eye contact, tone, etc. And I could have given up during that very first try. But my school and my teachers, fully aware of my stuttering, had other plans. That is exactly the type of acceptance and high expectations that change a life forever, my life. I canoed across the Minnesota boundary waters. up to the Canadian border with my fellow Notre Dame scholars class of 2027. I hiked up snow trails and sand dunes with my friends, and I hiked up the Santa Ana volcano with my family. And I did all of this after experiencing my first arthritis pain flare. I could have opted out of all of it because of my arthritis, but my friends, family, and doctors insisted that I should go on with all of it. And I'm glad I did, because I realized that I can live a full life. Once again, I didn't let my glitches dictate what I was capable of doing. I am studying at Notre Dame, a top-tier university with a full-ride scholarship. And it is precisely because, as my admissions officer stated, and I quote, this is likely to say that we admit you because of your unique and special combination of heart, talent, and resilience. My admissions officer even had the courtesy of sending a handwritten letter from which I highlight the following quote. We were so impressed with your academic excellence and with your commitment to help others, especially your help with the Arthur M. Blank Center. Let me paraphrase that and make it even more evident. Especially your help with the Arthur M. Blank Center for Stuttering Research and Education. My university, fully aware of my stuttering and all of my flaws, decided to believe in me because they saw me as the glitch. They wanted as part of their campus community. Yes, it's been hard. Yes, many times I've wished I didn't have to go through all of it. But going through all of it made me a strong, resilient, empathetic human being, an inspiration to others. Because just as my formation counselor, Ms. Inora, once told me, you don't inspire others by being perfect. You inspire others by how you deal with your imperfections. Growing up with my glitches has been an opportunity for growth, because I truly believe that there is something great reserved for me, for which I am being prepared for. Because just as high-performance athletes have to train extensively before a competition, growing up with my glitches made me the person I am today. Not just the person with glitches, but the glitch. So before you leave today, please ask yourselves one question. Are you going to let your glitches limit what you are capable of doing? Or are you going to use them as a motivation to seek more for your life and to empower yourself to always go further? In my case, I decided to own all of my glitches by becoming the glitch. Thank you.